and welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for 2 weeks, so hi. I'm still alive and now I'm making more content. So today's video is just going to be a get ready with me, even though it is currently 3:15 in the morning, and this get ready with me is going to be more of a let's get ready with me to get ready for bed, because why not look like a drag queen at 3 a.m? I know, goals, right? So we're gonna be doing makeup, be reviewing some product that I just recently got from Sephora, some new stuff that I talked about in my last new products release video, and also we're gonna get into something a bit messy, which is typically what I don't do on the channel, but it's gonna be pretty interesting. So we're gonna get into makeup and respectability politics. Thanks to my lovely friend, my awesome Bonnet, that's keeping my edges nice and laid today. We're gonna be talking about the recent statements made on, I think it was Twitter, at least it was Twitter where I saw it. I don't know which social media platform this was posted on, but we're gonna talk about what Monique said about women and wearing bonnets outside. Yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can tell, I am Black and also a woman. So therefore, I wear bonnets. I've been wearing bonnets since I was a little kid. I think I got my first bonnet when I was, I want to say 7 or 8. That's when I first started sleeping in bonnets. So yeah, I've always just viewed them as something just to protect my hairstyle. Sorry, there's a lot of junk on my table, so I'm hearing a lot of clinking. So I'm actually gonna go in with my Pro Filter. This is the hydrating foundation from Fenty Beauty. I was not able to get the eavesdrop, so I ordered it, but they said that they weren't able to ship it because they sold out of it, and I'm just but I was able to place an order. So I've pretty much been stalking both Sephora and Fenty's website to see if they will restock shade 12, which is the shade that I need, and they have not. It's been, I want to say 2 weeks now since they've done that, and yeah, they've not restocked. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go in with this Pro Filter, and this is in shade 320, and I've never, I've tried the original one that first came out. I actually just recently threw that away because it's really old, and also it's super yellow. I honestly hated that foundation. It wasn't my favorite. So I'm just gonna go in with 2 pumps. So far, I'm hating the pump action dispenser. I don't know why. I hate it when it comes to tubes. With bottles is fine, but tubes, it's the freaking worst. Anyway, back to Miss Monique. So I've been wearing bonnets since I was a little kid, that's just what Black people do. That's just how we protect our hair, because not only is it just a way to protect our hair, but it also just keeps it from breaking and everything. It keeps your style, cute. If you picture day and the next day you just sleep in rollers, you put a bonnet on top of that and you're good to go. So Monique came out with a video. I don't know if I can link it because I don't want to get copyright claimed or anything, but she in her bathrobe, of all things to be wearing, was just hey, if you see Black women my age, I'm 27, if you see them walking around in airports or in stores or wherever people congregate that is considered the public, to tap them on the shoulder and let them know, hey queen, so you're above this, you're above protecting your hairstyle, even though you're about to get on a plane and you're gonna be flying someplace that's 7 hours away. You're gonna be on a plane for a super long time, so you have to come out with a crown on, a ball gown, and of course diamonds, because queens always wear diamonds. Yeah, so I think that's, obviously I'm pretty pissed off about it. I think that's just so, one, it's tacky to degrade other women like that based off of your uncomfortability with their comfortability. I know comfortability is not a word, but whatever. I think it's tacky. And 2, don't mess with people in public. Regardless, I remember when I was a kid, my mom and I went to Burlington, and there was this old Black lady who started talking to her, which again, it's fine. My mom attracts really old people for some reason. That's just who Carol is. So yeah. They start talking, and I'm just kind of bored because I don't want to be in Burlington. I just wanted to go home because it was after school. And so the lady noticed that the polish on my nails was chipped. Mind you, I was probably 12 or 13, right? I'm a kid. I'm a young teenager. Of course I'm gonna have chipped nail polish. It's not that big of a deal. This lady literally started berating me because I had chipped nail polish. She was just well, as a young Black woman, you need to be better, you need to look better, you need to have higher standards. And I'm just sitting here yeah, I'm 12. I'm a child. I play, with my Barbie dolls, I play on playground equipment. I'm a literal child. I'm not a young lady. I'm a kid. So yeah, she just kept going and going, and I was just like, I am not interested in what you're saying at all. I don't know, I just felt really weird about it. And even afterwards, my mom was just like, I was telling her like I felt uncomfortable with it, I didn't like being talked to like that, and again, I'm a kid, I don't care what people think about what my nails look like or what my hair looks like or anything, because again, child. And my mom was just like, oh well, you have to listen to her because she's giving out good information, you know, you do need to look a little bit more presentable because people are always watching. I'm like, who's people who are always watching me? I'm sitting here trying to figure that out as to who these mysterious people that I've never seen before or met before that are watching me, right? And I just remember that after that weird encounter and conversation that I had with my mom in the car, I kind of started feeling differently, both toward not just like other like older Black women, but also my mom, because like I just felt like I was being attacked for just something that it's like, look, I can't control, like even with my nails now, I can't control, even though I use gel polish, sometimes it peels. I can't control that. And also, again, I was a child. I'm gonna do kid things. Yeah, I play on playgrounds, I'm climbing on jungle gyms, I'm playing with my dolls, I'm playing outside with my brother, like I'm doing kid stuff. So clearly my nails aren't gonna be prim and proper and perfect, and that should be fine. Just a heads up, I love this foundation. One, it matches my skin perfectly. Two, I like the like I have really oily skin, so of course in order to combat oiliness you do have to use something that's like a little bit more hydrating because your skin is technically dehydrated. And so far I'm loving this. It feels really good on my skin, it lays really well, and it covers things that I want to be covered but not too much, which is good because I don't want to look too cakey, not this early in the morning at least. The next product I'm gonna go in with is the Rare Beauty, what is this called? It's the concealer. I know it's like a blurring concealer, and I've used this before in the photos. If you follow me on Instagram, like you'll see me using it. I really like it because it feels nice and light on my skin. So yeah, I just started feeling like a bit differently because I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't be a kid, which is what I was, and I wasn't just like allowed to just do that like like other girls who were little kids, they were allowed to do that. So like, why can't I just, you know, run around with chip nail polish? Like, I'm not anyone important. I'm still not anyone important. I don't know, I just don't like the whole being perfect all the time. And in addition to that, I remember my mom also took me to, God, this is just bringing back really awful memories. My mom took me to this thing that was supposed to be like a etiquette class for like girls my age, and I remember I went there, I was wearing like some denim overalls and like a white t-shirt, and pretty much it was like a pageant thing. Like they said that they were teaching etiquette classes, but really they ended up just doing like pageant stuff. And I'm glad that my mom was just like, I'm not interested in like putting my daughter in that, which, you know, I commend her for that. But at the same time, why do I have to be perfect? Like I'm just a regular person. Like I should just be allowed to just exist and find my way through this world. And if I need your assistance, I'll ask for your assistance. So that goes back to what Monique was saying. In lieu of that, like with the things I experienced as a kid, growing up with just like older Black women just constantly like being down your throat about stuff that like, I know that like I can't really speak for other people of color or even like white people. I can't speak for them, but like it drives me crazy because I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to like exist, have fun, be happy, and just do my thing. So I don't care. And also I don't view like other people's opinions as being like something that really impacts my life too often. I know that like I did have some like mild insecurities, of course, like when you're a teenager and a little bit as a young adult, but as I got older and I guess I just started caring even less about what people thought, I just kind of reached the point where if someone has something to say, it's like, if you're gonna say it, you can at least have the balls to say it to my face, and then I'm gonna tell you where you can take your opinion and shove it. Like that's pretty much where I am as an adult now. But as a kid, I was always wondering like, who are these mysterious people who are just gonna be judging me all the time? And also, you're taught as a kid to not care about what other people think of you, but at the same time you have older people saying like, hey, you have to be, you know, dressed to the nines, perfect every single like second of your life. You can't ever be caught slipping, because if you are, people are gonna pounce you. And I'm like, again, who are these people? Why do I have to be perfect for just people who just sound like to me, right? It's ridiculous. Honestly, that that video that she put out, at first it did bother the crap out of me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my under eye with the new Bright Fix, and this is in shade Honey, which is 10. This is the eye brightener from Fenty Beauty. I have used this before, like I tested it out, and I just say this thing is really drying. So if you have like crepey under eye, I definitely would not recommend using this. But I did layer it with the concealer just to get like a little bit more hydration, because I know the Rare Beauty concealer is pretty hydrating. So just so you know, it's very dry. I feel like it doesn't really add much to my look. We're going in with it anyway because I have it, and yeah, why the f not? Okay, so back to the topic at hand. Her video initially bothered me. Like it definitely bothered me. I felt like going back to when I was in Burlington, and this old lady who I have no idea who she is telling me that I'm not perfect. But at the same time, as I'm sitting there watching this video, I'm noticing that she's addressing the public on her public platform, on her verified account, in a bathrobe with no bra. And mind you, I have no place to talk because right now I'm in a t-shirt with no bra on because, yeah, I'm going to bed after this, but I am going to be putting on a cute top to finish off my look. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, she's addressing the public saying like, hey, harass young women if you see them in public with bonnets or slippers on. But she's sitting there in a bathrobe addressing people for literal, like, this is so uncalled for, and it's like for no reason. It's I don't like that lady. She's always been like just angry for no reason at literally name a person she's pissed off at him. And like I know that she has like some reasons to be mad at like some like directors and people in the film industry, but for just regular people whom you don't know in public, leave them alone. Okay, that goes for anyone. Just leave them alone. I can't stand that, dude. It's like, don't bother people. Okay, so it brightened a little bit. I didn't use a lot because I don't want to cake up my makeup tonight, so I didn't use a whole lot, but I guess it brightened a little bit. I'm gonna start my eyeshadow. Also in the Black community, I have this like massive issue with people constantly policing our bodies and what we do with them and how we present ourselves in public. That's one thing I do have to say about like other people. I mean, yeah, they're still policing and stuff like that, but it's not to the same degree as it is with Black women. We are constantly put on just the ringer for every thing. I've been on international flights. I've flown to Paris and I've flown to China. And you know what I wore? To Paris, I wore leggings, my Uggs. Do you guys remember those like jersey tees? Like those ones that have like I don't know, like Florida or like Virginia on them, but like mine had Richmond and they had Virginia, like those big letters. It was a big shirt and I had like 3 of those. I think I wore either the green one or the pink one. But yeah, I wore that. I had my hair pulled up because like I had my natural hair out. This is like before I shaved my head. I had my hair pulled up and I was just kind of vibing, living my best life, because again, this is a 5 a.m. flight to Paris. I'm trying to be comfortable. I don't care. When I flew to China, it was a 23-hour flight and I wore leggings, a sweater, my Uggs, a tank top, and of course like I had my wig on. Now honestly, I wish I wore a bonnet on that flight. It was so long. It was 23 hours. I spent a full day in the air, flying from one side of the earth to the other. I wish I wore a bonnet. Like, oh my god, that flight was long. So yeah, I wish I wasn't so insecure at the time to where I wore a bonnet, because I would have been a lot more comfortable than sitting there with that stiff wig. And trust me, she was stiff. That's why like I'm low-key kind of glad that I got pneumonia, because honestly, if I didn't get sick and I had to come home, I would have been there for a year with a wig. It's not cute. Anyway, I honestly wish I wore a bonnet with that, because that was a long flight. And like, honestly, you don't know how someone's doing, where they're going, how they're feeling. So it's just best to not just walk up to random people and be like, you're imperfect and I'm gonna judge you real quick. Yeah, I just think it's best to just leave people alone. And also, if you're gonna address people and tell them, hey, this is how you should bother someone in public, I don't know, maybe put on a shirt and a bra. Maybe just do that. If you're gonna be judgmental and address us like we're children, don't address me like some nosy neighbor. Put on some clothes if you're gonna judge people for what they're wearing and how they look. And you think you're helping the Black community by saying, this is what you should do with your body, this is how you should go around this world. You're not helping. You're suppressing, you're stifling people's personal way of moving through the world. You're not helping. You're making people feel like for just wanting to be comfortable. We don't live in the golden age of aviation anymore. Like, there's no Pan Am. Pan Am doesn't exist anymore, honey. People don't give a Basically, airplanes are expensive buses. That's what airplanes are. If you are in 2021 thinking that airplanes are some luxurious ride, I have some news for you. They're expensive buses. They're disgusting. People are gross in them. If you've ever been up to the bathroom on an airplane during a flight, you know how disgusting it is. Like, it's nothing to really dress up for. I personally don't wear my good clothes when I fly. I don't. Like, whatever I clean in, that's what I wear when I fly because I know how disgusting airplanes are. And I know that, you know, the flight crew, they don't really have a lot of time to clean between the time the plane arrives and the time the next departure is. They don't have a lot of time. There's actually a video from CBC Canada that I watched about like how they clean planes after you finish flying, and they don't have a lot of time. The turnover it's incredible. So if you're dressing up, like if you're putting on your designer stuff for an airplane and doing your hair, you can honestly save it. You're pretty much ruining your own clothes, and you're ruining your good clothes, which is a choice, but that it's just not a choice I'm willing to make. I'm using the Lilac You A Lot palette and the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Like, those are the two that I'm using, in case you wanted to know, because I didn't mention it earlier. Personally, I think that 1, leave people alone. 2, if you have a personal problem with someone, keep it to yourself. It's not appropriate for you to do that, because just as that old lady made me feel in Burlington that day when I was 12, I felt the same way. And you could be awakening stuff with people whom you have no idea what they're going through, who are just trying to get on a plane. Like, you don't know what they're going to, you don't know where they're coming from. They could have just come from a family member's funeral, and you're sitting there telling them, hey, guess what, hon? You look like shit today. Why do you look like shit? You should look better. I'm sorry your grandpa died, but, you know, airport security, TSA, you don't know. You can get somebody's number. Like, out of here. Leave people alone. And also, if you have a personal crusade about looking good, that's awesome. Do that yourself and keep it to yourself. It's really not that difficult. If you're so focused on wanting to look good and impressing other people, that's a you thing, which is great for you, but don't extend that to other people, especially not strangers who are just trying to exist. For instance, I go to hair stores all the time because, 1, I'm obsessed with anything beauty, and that includes going and buying a lot of hair dyes and products and things that just make me happy. Like, I'm sorry, hair stores to me are like candy stores. I love going to a hair store. And like, whenever I go there, I see people in bonnets, I see people in slippers, pajamas, and guess what I do? I buy my stuff, I pay for my stuff, and then I go home. That's all I do. That's all you have to do, is just buy your stuff, pay for your stuff, and leave. If you see somebody who's in their slippers or their PJs or their bonnet, like, just leave them alone. It's really not that big of a deal. In the end, do what you want. If you want to go out in public in a bonnet and some PJs, do that. If you don't, do that. Who the hell cares? As long as you're happy and you're living your best life, that's really all that matters. And for those who are telling people that they need to like straighten up and look presentable, okay, you. This isn't a dinner party. This isn't a work meeting. It's just people doing shit in a public space. And if you're so bothered by that, then I don't know, stay inside. Stay away from people. Because the delivery was just, it was insulting, it was degrading, and it brought back memories. And I just feel like for older Black women, if you're gonna help us, putting us down and saying that by putting you down, I'm lifting you up, no, it's not. That's f***ing bullshit. That's such a lame bullshit argument. I'm back. I just finished my lashes and the rest of my eye look. So I actually used the new Lotus lashes. This is their lash wardrobe, and this is their summer edition. So these are the silk false lashes. So if you're vegan or if you are into cruelty-free lashes, these are definitely perfect. I'm currently using Trip, and they're super big and fluffy. I'm usually not used to wearing lashes this fluffy, but I love these. So yeah, Lotus lashes is like literally any lashes that you see me wearing in videos or in like my photos on Instagram, they are from this company. I did not receive these in PR. These are something that I purchased on my own. I also used their lash glue, and it works really well. Like, I've tried Tarte. I don't really like Tarte's lash glue. I don't like their formula. But yeah, this is the rest of my look. I only use these two palettes, which I typically use, especially like when I'm doing my brow, I usually use like a couple different palettes, but I just stuck to just these two today. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my blush, and we're gonna finish up this rant. For my blush today, I'm gonna be using the new Pat McGrath. This is part of their Divine blush collection. This is Paradise Venus, and it's like a muted terracotta, which is like one of my favorite types of colors to use for blushes. All right, so back to the topic at hand. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I just totally knocked over a brush. In the end, I don't think that if you're an older Black person and you want to help younger Black people, just leave us alone. That's all you need to do. Oh my god, this is really pigmented. I wasn't expecting it to be this pigmented, so I like it though, but it's really pigmented. So just leave us alone, because honestly, you're not helping us at all. You're not helping us govern ourselves, and the respectability politics, it's gotta die. Like, honestly, it's gotta die. It's not moving us forward as a people. And honestly, for those people who are just like, well, it helps us look better, it really doesn't. For people who don't like people of color, they're going to forever not like people of color, regardless of what we're wearing, regardless of how we look. They're just not gonna like us. You can be in a ball gown, or you can be in like pajamas. Like, people are just not gonna vibe with you. And honestly, for me, I felt like respectability politics has definitely been stifling, like, even not just like older Black women, like even like from some of my other family members, from extended family members. I'm not gonna name names because some of them are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I don't feel like dealing with that conversation right now. So yeah, look how cute. I'm being weird. I'm experimenting with my makeup tonight. Like, I think of like some of the family members that I have that can be like a little aggressive with their approach in regard to helping me. It's like, dude, you're not helping anyone. You're not making me want to side with you. You're actually not even making me want to listen to you. I am wholeheartedly ignoring you because, one, you're freaking yelling at me, and two, you don't even understand that like I'm a fully fledged adult and I am governing my life and living my life the way I want it to be. If I want to be a wood elf one day, I'm gonna be a wood elf. If I want to be, you know, a cat one day, I'm gonna be a cat. Like, I pretty much, like, especially with me just doing YouTube and just vibing and just kind of finding my own way with just not working a traditional job, I really don't give a shit about what people think of me, because this is me living my life. This is me finally finding something that I actually love to do and I actually care about. I haven't felt this way since 2019 when I was working overseas as an ESL teacher. I have not felt this way in a minute. And honestly, like, just with dealing with my depression and talking to my therapist, today is what, Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday, so I have therapy tomorrow. We just brought up just the topic of working and just how I actually have like a fear of working because of the awful experiences I've had with certain jobs in the past. Like, and I've just reached a point where it's like, I don't want to live the traditional life. I want to be able to wear like fun makeup. I want to have blue hair on Monday and then like split hair the next day. Like, I just want to live my life and just be happy and just not worry about what other people are thinking of me. And honestly, like, just even saying that, I feel really free. Just finally admitting to myself at 27 years old that, like, I've been f***ing miserable for years because I've just been trying to keep up with other people and what they think my life should be and how they think I should live my life. And it's kind of sad that it's taken me this long to realize that I've been so unhappy and miserable just living up to other people's expectations. It's really f***ed up. And mind you, I'm not even the only person who's living like this. Like, there are so many people just like me who are also living this way, who are also just like trying to live up to these unrealistic expectations and just being completely unhappy while doing that. And it sucks. It really does. And this is just a broad thing. This isn't just for like, you know, Black women or Black people who are watching this. This is for anyone. If you feel like you're being stifled and you're not living to your full potential and your expectations, and you just feel like everything is just leading to a dead end, get the f*** out of there. That's all I can tell you, is to get the f*** out of there. It's not worth it. It's not worth your mental health. It's not worth your physical health. It's not worth you being stressed out and constantly tired, but it's just not worth it. I know, like, I freaked out about this because I was thinking like, oh my god, how am I gonna pay for shit? in. Like, even though I'm still applying for jobs and still looking for traditional work just so I can have like a continued income so I can keep making videos like this, so like I can buy product and review them. I am way more happy doing this than I ever was standing at a register having people yell at me over an item being full price or a coupon not working on some shit. Like, get over yourself. I don't control that shit. I'm just a regular person just trying to exist on this awful mortal plane that we live in. And I'm trying very hard. I'm gonna actually do I want to do faux freckles or am I just like over it? No, I want to do faux freckles. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera again, finish the rest of my look, put a shirt on that looks good, and show you this new wig that I'm gonna be doing a review on afterwards, after I'm done with this video, because it's amazing and I love it. I'm gonna be right back and I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so I am back, and as you can tell, I decided to be I guess, I'm not a wood nymph, but I don't know, I'm having fun. So yeah, I'm back. I finished off with the new Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder and also the Tarte hydrating setting spray. I also used for like my lips this is from Glossier. This is the Ultra Lip. It's like a glossy version of the Generation G lipstick, so it's a glossy version of that, and I'm wearing the shade Villa because I feel like it really ties my look together and I freaking love it. So I put on the Fenty Beauty, the Pro Kisser Balm, and I have this in Latte Lips. I put that on before I did my makeup and everything, before I finished. This is probably like my new favorite thing, but like I look so freaking precious. Like, someone please just take me outside and just put me in a field so that I can just bask in all the glories of nature. Yeah, I feel so freaking precious, and yeah, so far I'm like loving all my makeup that I used today. But just to like wrap everything up, if you're trying to help a group of people that you believe are, you know, not living up to expectations or whatever you believe about them, it's not good to put them down while trying to help them. If you actually want to help people, put in the work, actually talk to them about your own experiences, but to alienate them, to put them down, make fun of them, and just like make them feel, well, also talk to them like they're freaking children, that doesn't help either. It doesn't help us move forward as a people or a society. If people want to take a different route and they want to live life that's the polar opposite of you, let them. If it makes them happy and it's not hurting other people, that's totally fine. But if you feel the need to drill traditional values or your own personal opinions or values into someone else's head, you're not helping them. You're stifling them. You're preventing us from furthering ourselves in this world. You're making them feel bad about them just essentially being them. And that's just not how anybody should live. It's just imagine yourself in that person's shoes. If you don't want someone denigrating you just based off of like what you look like, how you look, how you speak, how you carry yourself, if you wouldn't want someone doing that to you, you shouldn't do that to other people. And also putting the weight of someone's, like whether it's someone's heritage, their culture, their people, onto the shoulders of one individual person because of how they dress in public. If I wouldn't put the responsibilities of the progression of a group of people or a society onto you as an individual, you shouldn't do that to other people, because honestly, none of us have that responsibility, and none of us should have that responsibility. If you want to go out here and like teach people how to do X, Y, and Z, go ahead, but just understand that 1, people have the right to disagree with you, and 2, you're not always going to be right about things, and that's totally fine. We're people. We're not always right about things. I'm pretty sure that there are going to be people who are going to be disagreeing with me about what I'm saying. I think the main thing is, for anyone who's out there watching this, live your best life. Do what makes you happy. Don't get hung up on what other people have to say or think about you. Just do what makes you feel good, because honestly, life is way too short to be worrying about how you present yourself to people who aren't going to be thinking about you like within the next 2 seconds. It's just not worth it. So with that being said, I just want to remind you guys to like and subscribe and follow me on social media. It's going to be linked down below. I'm losing flowers. No, I'm trying to stay cute, but also like make you guys feel good. I'm gonna go to bed now. It is officially 5:33 in the morning, so I'm gonna go take all this stuff off, and actually I might order Panera. I'm either gonna order breakfast or go to bed. depending on which. Regardless, I'm probably going to be listening to South Park. With that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for joining me here on the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!